Thank you very much. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very privileged today to come to the Philippines. I come from Kenya. I think this is my third time in the Philippines. I was here first in 2008, and then I was here in 2009 during the first Global Peace Convention. And I'm happy to be back here today. And more so, I'm privileged to be speaking in front of you, the educators in the Philippines and from all over the world. To begin with, I would like to say that I'm passionate about transforming education. I am passionate because, just like Nelson Mandela said, education is the most powerful tool that you can use to change the world. And as peacemakers from all over the world, I believe we're here because we would like to actually change the world. In my country, and one of the reasons that I'm here today to talk about this is as the Global Peace Foundation in Kenya, we have been working especially in the area of education. You know, we pioneered the Character and Creativity Initiative, and I believe Dr. Tony Devine, who is the Vice President of Education at the Global Peace Foundation, has spoken about this, that we pioneered this because we believe that it is not easy, it's very difficult to teach an old dog new tricks. And when you want creativity, digital literacy, you know, these are very, very important for the modern workforce. We also would like to create a positive and compassionate school culture. If the culture is not right, then the students will not be able to learn appropriately. We also want to provide the quality, ongoing professional development to educators through a variety of trainings and workshop sessions. And lastly, we would like to bring together a cross-sector of stakeholders to address the needs of the schools and the employers as a whole. Our goals is basically to train and engage 100 principals and 5,000 teachers and school administrators in professional development. We'd also want to benchmark best practices and combine the global the global best practices in education to transform the school culture. Lastly, we want to communicate with respect. We want to engage approximately 80,000 students in 100 schools with best practices and share the same with the Ministry of Education to be able to adopt. The activities that we will do basically is to launch Leap Hubs. Leap Hubs basically are spaces in high schools where we use, these are dedicated spaces where we train our students to be able to become job creators in schools when they're still young. So we'll also carry out annual school-wide training for faculty at 100 schools. We'll also conduct 2 regional trainings per year in each of the 4 regions where we are working in Kenya. We also would like to do a 2-day annual boot camp with 100 participants. Boot camps will take place at the beginning of the school year and introduce students to Leap Hubs. Lastly, we will have annual hackathons with 100 Leap Hubs participating. What does it take to create a critical mass to influence policy? So we require resources to be able to do this. We need to build capacity. We also need financial support and in-kind donations. We need computers, and we also need internet connectivity. Secondly, we also are looking at the collective impact. We want to bring on board different players to be able to work together as a team. And lastly, school ownership is very, very critical. We must work with the schools, with the administration. We must work with the principals and teachers to be able to own the programs that we are doing in the schools. So as we're talking today in Kenya, we have 24 Leap Hubs and CCI in Kenya across 12 counties. So the scale-up intends to increase the number of the schools from the current 24 to 200 schools in the next 2 years. So basically, the demonstration schools will have replicas all throughout. So the LEAP Hubs and CCI school structure basically ensures scalability of the program, where each demonstration school is expected to show ownership of the program through direct investment. So the ecosystem works with the teachers, program staff, students, corporate partners, and also with the Ministry of Education. Lastly, we also have a tool for doing monitoring and evaluation, because we have to measure the kind of work that we're doing. And we have developed what we're calling the Character and Creativity Standard Survey that is actually going to help us to test the skills that we are actually imparting to these students. So we're looking at the issue of character, creativity, and these kind of things, which we are going to monitor and evaluate through this standard. So the overall impact is basically, once we achieve the work we want to do, we will basically achieve employment and economic development. We will also achieve societal and political stability. And lastly, which is most important, we will achieve ethical societies that is free from corruption. So, ladies and gentlemen, we would welcome you, all of you, to join us in the journey to transform education. And I bring to you greetings from Africa and from Kenya, and I would like to say Mabuhay. May God bless you.